Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31.
Topper!
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Second and 4. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Strip that ball. Switch.
Here's a second and 7. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Ready.
From the gun, Mason. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
61, matchbox, light, big grip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
Down. 60 outlaw.
59. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
It's our time. It's our time.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
Snap.
Looking to throw. Mason, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Butker's kick here is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll drop the throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
64's Mike. 66. Now, let's do it. Cross the pass. Cross the pass.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
At the 6-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And Diggs has it. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
6-3. 218, chop. Go.
Operating from the gun. Mason, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
Back at the 12-yard line. That's the
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
No. Off. Slam.
6-6, bullet high. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Mason. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. There's the the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
To number 88. It's a turnover on downs.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Back. Blue draw quarters. Ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Strong leg. Hey. You got 3. 3 down.
second quarter. 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. The gap's getting wider there. The Saints have scored again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
Check 13. Check 13. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Now a handoff looking right. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
General West. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. A beautiful fake. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go now.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Mason. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check 461, matchbox lights.
58's the mic. 458's the mic. They can't hang with us.
Hey!
To throw again. Mason looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Mason flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Derrick Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He finds Corey Davis. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
A gain of 12. First down, Indianapolis.
Right there. What there?
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 48. There he goes, right side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Slant.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, let's get in that hole. Hey, check Mike.
2nd and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Mike, 55.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 23-yard line.
Looking to throw. His throw incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
64, weak.
Check, crunch.
Now a handoff looking right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
Check 24, check 24.
X3, 218, chop. Get it.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
59 Mike. Check, 59. All right. Here we go.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
All right, let's get there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mason. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Watch out. Keystone, travel. Ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that will be incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll set up to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Let's go. 8, read. 2.
Tight left. Alert. 3 down. Watch, twitch.
Protein spill.
Check right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to throw. Mason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Mason. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Check. Lucky. Switch. Check, pick off.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
55, mark, guy, 55.
Second and 13. They will find Davis. That's complete. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt.
Ready, set.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Topper! Go.
Now a handoff looking right. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. Get your swerve on. Try. Check. 55 to Mike. Right here. Mike 55.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Hey, here I come.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Right there in the middle. 55. That's the pass. Mike 55. Mike 55.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Now they try the right side here. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
SOS. 61, matchbox lights.
Check. Fresno. Watch it.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Come to my work. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Pilot, 64, weak.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
X3, 218, chop, lead grip, lead grip.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Mason. This one caught by Davis. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Ready to
So
break.
following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Fire.
From the gun, Mason. Well, he's going to go for it all. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Get ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. So for the Steelers,